Welcome back to another rebuild I have for you guys here on Madden 19. Today it is going to be a realistic rebuild of the New York Jets. This team is very much improved from last year, via the offseason. The draft is still to come, so the team can improve even more. I actually kind of like their hopes for next year. I'm kind of optimistic about them. But before I get into the roster, let me remind you guys once more that my Twitter and my Discord are linked in the description if you guys want to click on either of those links. But here we go, let's go over the roster. Sam Darnold, the starting quarterback, had a pretty decent rookie year. He came on very strongly at the end of the season, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure his PFF grade was actually really, really good the last couple weeks of the season, so that's a good bright spot for Jets fans. With the running back situation here, Ty Montgomery is currently on this team. I think he recently got signed. My roster is just not up to date. I tried to find a more updated one, but literally every single popular updated roster had a bunch of rookies in it. Like a bunch of the next year's rookies, like Nick Bosa was in the roster, and I'm not trying to do that right now, so I don't have him on the team. Ty Montgomery is not going to make a huge difference in simulation. He should impact the team in real life, though, I'd say. But Le'Veon Bell, of course, the running back for this team heading into this next season. He's a glitch in the game. He should work out really well. Robbie Anderson, Quincy Enunwa, Jameson Crowder, the wide receivers. I want Jameson Crowder to be the number 2 in the slot because I feel like that position gets a lot of targets. The offensive line is not too bad. They got a little bit better, I guess. Kalichi Osemele, pretty good left guard. Kelvin Beachum, okay left tackle, looking to replace him though. Jonathan Harrison, I need to replace him. Brian Winters is actually really good at right guard. I'm pretty sure he had a solid year. I don't need to replace him anytime soon. And then Brandon Shell, I would like to replace. So a lot of these offensive linemen, honestly, are pretty tentative. I don't really want them for the long term. Christopher Herndon played pretty well this past year. Solid rookie tight end. Hopefully he can go off for us. On the defensive side, Avery Williamson is playing right outside linebacker in this roster. I don't know why that's happening. I don't want that to happen. I want him back at middle. He's not much of a pass rusher, unless this team's switching to a 4-3. I could be just not aware of that, but in the game right now, they have a 3-4 defense. What I think I'm going to do is throw Darren Lee to outside linebacker. I know he's more of like a coverage middle linebacker sort of guy, but honestly, he has 71 block shedding, which isn't terrible. 64 finesse moves is really bad. But he's just the third string middle linebacker at this point. He's not going to play much. I want him playing at some point. So I think I'd rather have him than Josh Martin over here. Josh Martin's 26 years old. 80 block shed, 63 finesse move. I mean, he's a better pass rusher for sure, but I think I might still throw Darren Lee to right outside linebacker. I'm definitely looking to draft an outside linebacker anyway. Jamal Adams is a beast at strong safety. Excited to use him. Marcus May, also pretty good there. Jermaine Johnson, Darrell Roberts, Brian Poole, the cornerback trio. Henry Anderson, Steve McClendon, Leonard Williams, the defensive line. I think I might move Nathan Shepard to defensive tackle because Nathan Shepard is a rookie. Steve McClendon isn't too bad, but he's getting up there in age. He's 32 years old. He's not going to be on the team for the long term. I want Nathan Shepard to be the starting defensive tackle. I may not, rock with that the entire time, but as of now, at least his first year, let's see what he can do. If he can get a lot of experience points, maybe then he can stay as the long-term defensive tackle. So let me at least make that adjustment really quickly. And then I think I will move Darren Lee outside. He probably goes up in overall, but then I will see you at the midseason. The team is 7-1 at the midseason mark here. Okay, not what I expected at all. The Dolphins were 2-6. They're playing really badly. The Patriots are 6-2, but we are currently number 1 in the division. The Bills are 3-5. Wow, okay. I guess the team's playing pretty well. I didn't change any of the schemes or any of the playbooks at all with this team. So that's a good sign that the playbooks actually are playing pretty well. A lot of experience points going around. A lot of people with 1 experience point. Henry Anderson, the first free agent we could bring back. I think I will give him a contract. Maybe not yet, though. Let's see, how much does he want? I don't think I'm going to give him a contract just yet. I'll probably do that later, later on in the season, maybe at the end of the season right before free agency. Jermaine Kearse, I'm not going to bring back. We have a good wide receiver trio already. Josh Martin, I don't really want. Neil Sterling, I don't want either. So the only player I could bring back is Henry Anderson. I'll let you know if I do that eventually, though. This team got a first-round bye. 14-2. Are you kidding me? The first season, the New York Jets go 14-2. 11-5 for the Patriots, 6-10 for the Bills, 3-13 for the Dolphins. But are you joking? This can't be real. I'll definitely show you I didn't cheat here. 2-2 in the preseason. I just didn't cheat. Like, you can clearly tell, no forced wins or anything. We lost to the Packers, and we lost to the Broncos, but won every single other game somehow. I'm excited to check out these stats because I'm just really curious to see what happened. Phillip Rivers wins MVP, but Sam Darnold, 4,700 yards, 35 touchdowns, and 9 interceptions. Just barely under a 100 passer rating, 99.9, but amazing rookie season. Le'Veon Bell, 1,423 yards, 10 touchdowns. Elijah McGuire gets 4 touchdowns. Hold on a second, was that our tight end? Who got some... Yeah, he got some rush attempts. Neil Sterling, he actually got a touchdown. Jameson Crowder, 81 grabs, 1,304 yards, 14 touchdowns. He was clearly Sam Darnold's favorite target. Robbie Anderson had a pretty good season. Quincy Enunwa also over 800 yards. Christopher Herndon, 4 touchdowns. Le'Veon Bell reeled in 8. 713 receiving yards. Okay. This team did really well. The big plays on this team were apparently insane. Kelvin Beachum played really badly. Everyone else in the offensive line actually held their own pretty well. CJ Mosley, 103 total tackles. 14 tackles for loss for Leonard Williams. 13 for Nathan Shepard. 8.5 sacks for Jordan Jenkins. Darren Lee, pass rushing, got 8. I'm actually okay with that number. I'm still looking to draft an outside linebacker, but if I don't manage to get one, I'm okay with starting Darren Lee again. We have 3 interceptions from Jermaine Johnson, 2 from CJ Mosley and Jamal Adams, 1 from Brian Poole. How many defensive touchdowns do we have? None. Safeties? None. Blocked kicks? 2. Nathan Shepard. Bronson Kaufusi? I feel like that's how that's pronounced. We were first in the NFL in offense. If the Jets lead the NFL in offense next year, I don't know what I'll do. I'll give away a dollar. 13th on defense, though. Phillip Rivers, MVP. We already saw that. Sam Darnold at number 2. Jeez, Le'Veon Bell at number 5. Wrong division. AFC, Offensive Player of the Year, Le'Veon Bell. Sam Darnold at number 4. He has to be Rookie of the Year then, right? Baker Mayfield is in this list, though, at number 8, so is Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson's an 87 overall. He may have actually won it. Defensive Player of the Year, Myles Garrett. CJ Mosley, Jamal Adams, Avery Williamson, 5, 6, and 7. Offensive Rookie of the Year is Sam Darnold. Let's go. Imagine he got like 10 experience points. That would be amazing. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Darius Leonard. Pretty typical there. Let's see, though. How many experience points did Sam Darnold come away with? He has 7 experience points. That is amazing. That has to be a Pro Bowl, right? Yeah, he got a Pro Bowl appearance. Offensive Rookie of the Year. Got a dev upgrade to star. Jameson Crowder has 4 experience points. Man, this team looks like they're going to progress really well. 2 going around for some players on defense. 4 for Jamal Adams up there. I'm real excited to see what this team can do in the playoffs here. We have to take on the Colts in the divisional round of the playoffs. They are 9-7. Of course, we went 14-2, a much better record. The team is now an 83 overall. Essentially, everyone is playing with some confidence. Defensively, a lot of players over here playing with some confidence as well. Jamal Adams up to a 93. Sam Darnold, 84 with confidence. Jameson Crowder, 86 with some confidence. I'm going to hold on to my experience points as a coach because I want to try to get the quarterback upgrade before next season. So now, let's check out the overall difference. I feel like we might actually have a higher overall. They're an 84. We are an 83. Very close, though. Let's advance the week. Did we beat the Colts? We did beat the Colts. 34-18. Pretty convincing fashion there, too. The Browns, they are a god squad at this point. They're an 82 only. Okay, their team just plays really well. We are an 83. I'm sure Baker Mayfield is probably not that high of an overall, but he still balls out every single year. Similar records here. Let's see who makes it to the Super Bowl out of these two teams. We're going to advance the week. We beat the Browns 28-21. Okay, hold on. We also got a weekly award winner. Who is it? CJ Mosley, 7 tackles, interception. Le'Veon Bell, 109 rush yards, 2 rushing touchdowns. Pretty solid performance there for sure. We have to take on the Rams in the Super Bowl. There's no chance the Jets make the Super Bowl this following season in real life. If that happens, I'll give away another $1, okay? But I'm going to upgrade the players quickly. I'm just going to auto-upgrade them all. Let's just check out what the team's overall is. I don't think I have enough experience points to get the quarterback upgrade. Let me at least check. So we're an 83 overall. Let me check if I have enough experience. I think it's like 46 or 4,500. It's actually not. It's over 4,000. So there we go. Just over 4,000. So we can get the quarterback upgrade. Let's get it. Sam Darnold versus Jared Goff. The Rams. 86 overall. We're an 83 overall. There's no way we win a Super Bowl year 1. If this happens and we win a Super Bowl year 1, I guarantee that the following seasons we're not going to get more than like 4 wins just because that's my luck. The Rams are currently winning 28-14, 35-14. I don't think we're going to win the Super Bowl here. 38, 41-14. They're scoring way too quickly. We finally get taken down, but it is to one of the best offenses in the NFL. Let's check out these stats quickly. Sam Darnold, 152 yards, 2 touchdowns, along with an interception. Jared Goff, 301 yards, 3 touchdowns. Todd Gurley, 128 yards, 1 touchdown. Le'Veon Bell was pretty good. Malcolm Brown also had a touchdown. Cooper Kupp, 127 yards, 2 touchdowns. Jameson Crowder also had 2 touchdowns. And then Todd Gurley caught the other touchdown from Jared Goff. We didn't end up winning the Super Bowl, obviously, but that was still an extremely successful season. There's no way we can have that great of a season again. The reason why we have to bring back Le'Veon Bell at this point is because the current roster I'm using still had Le'Veon Bell on the Steelers, so the way I got around that was just by going onto the Steelers, cutting Le'Veon Bell, switching coaches, and then signing him for the Jets. I could have, I guess, just traded Le'Veon Bell from the Steelers to the Jets, whatever, it doesn't matter. I did it this way, so now we have to bring him back. If I can't get him, I'll just franchise tag him. I'm not really too worried about it. I think his dev went down somehow. I'm not sure exactly what his contract was, but let's just give him that. He's coming back to the team. That's fine. And then Henry Anderson played pretty well. Gotta be honest, I don't really want to worry about defensive end too much, so let's just give him a contract. Bump that up 4 years. There we go. I bumped it up to 4 years. He's coming back to the team, and then everyone else here I don't really need. Hopefully there are some beasts in free agency, though. Let's advance the week. Who is here? So we have $38.08 million. Jadeveon Clowney. I would love Jadeveon Clowney. I really want to pursue him. It's going to be a massive contract, but honestly, I think he might be worth it. Let's see how much I actually have to go up, because I don't think I'll go after anyone else, and Jadeveon Clowney would help so much. That's only 108. I feel like I, increased the signing bonus for so long. All right, let's keep going into salary. Maybe just disperse them equally a little bit. I don't know. This is going to take a long time, but I kind of want to do this. I really want to do this. It's Jadeveon Clowney. Our money situation might not be great in a couple years, but I really don't care. Let's see. Did we get Jadeveon Clowney? We did not get him. Are you serious? I went up to 127 points. How many did the Dolphins end up giving? I'm sure the Dolphins signed him. 129. No, they just barely outbid me. Also, I'm going after Ty Montgomery here because, like I mentioned earlier, he is on their team in real life, so I might as well try to get him now. But man, that is rough. I really wish we could have gotten Jadeveon. That would have been massive. We pick all the way at the end of the first round at number 31. Anybody decent still here? Dwight Haskins is still here. Obviously, I don't need him. That's just interesting that he is available. A.J. Brown, I don't need a wide receiver, but he's here. Josh Jacobs, Marquise Brown, Noah Fant. And that is it for the first round talent. The only players left are now second rounders. I could go with Jalen Ferguson. I do need an edge rusher. DeAndre Walker was the player I was probably going to go with. When are you supposed to go? Early third rounder? I have the 25th pick in the second round. He probably will be gone, but Ja'Kai Polite is also here, who looks pretty good. So I can always end up going with Polite if I don't get DeAndre Walker. I could go with Chase Winovich. Solid left outside linebacker. I could move him to right, or I can keep him at left. It really doesn't matter too much. Let me look around a little bit and see who I want. I could really use an offensive lineman, and I don't think Greg Little is all that good in real life. I'm pretty sure he's falling down draft boards pretty rapidly. He's supposed to go in the second round in this draft class here, and I definitely think he's going to be at least good in Madden. Not sure about real life. Honestly, can't speak on that. I'm going to go with him now. I think left tackle is our biggest need. 77 overall. He has normal development. Maybe that, the development says a little bit about, his draft stock plummeting in real life. I don't know if it's actually plummeting. I could be really wrong, but I definitely think he's falling down draft boards right now. He's a solid-looking tackle in the game. He should be able to get it done for me in simulation here. My next pick is number 25 in the second round, and Dwight Haskins is still here. How? How is Dwight Haskins still available? DeAndre Walker is also still available. I think he might be the draft pick now. Anybody else randomly fall? Let me actually sort it by all positions. So Dwight Haskins is going to be a god. I already know that. Anybody else here who I want? N'Keal Harry. Interesting that he's still here. Dramont Jones looks pretty good. I'm going to throw him on my draft board in case he randomly is here next time, because there's no way I'm going to be able to take DeAndre Walker next time. I feel like he's going to go, so let's go with him now. 77 overall, normal development. 80 finesse moves, 77 block shedding, exactly what I needed on that right side. The second last pick in the third round is when we select again. We're going to have the 31st pick in pretty much every single other round now. N'Keal Harry is still here. I might just go with him because he's still available. Man, I don't think there's anyone else here who I really want at this point. I could really use a defensive tackle. Maybe this guy, Wren. That's an interesting name. He doesn't look too bad. I'm going to put this guy on my draft board too. Where is he? Was he a right tackle? No, where was that guy? Right end. There he is. That guy, Charles Omenihu? I'm not great at name pronunciation. I got to be real here. Let's see if we can find an offensive lineman. If there's no one here, I will go with N'Keal Harry, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to go with N'Keal Harry here. 77 overall, quick development. I'm not sure exactly how much he's going to play. I might have him fill in for Quincy Enunwa. Enunwa's still on the team, but N'Keal Harry will probably go up higher than Quincy Enunwa after this season anyway. In the fourth round here, anyone amazing still available? We could get J.J. Arcega-Whiteside or Deebo Samuel. I don't want any of those guys. Deontay Thompson is still here. Don't really need another safety. I could use a cornerback, but I don't think there's any good ones left. Actually, some decent corners. This guy looks pretty good. Hamp Cheevers. Pretty good looking combine and good top 3 skills. He might actually have to be the selection now. Let's go with him. Good old Hamp. 76 overall, normal development. Actually not a bad looking corner at all. 91 speed, 92 acceleration and agility, 81 man and zone, 71 press. Actually looks pretty good. What do I want to do here? I kind of want to spend all of these on offensive linemen and just start the best one. So Mitch Hyatt, welcome to the team. 75 overall, normal development. You know, his stats are actually pretty good. Only being a 75 overall though. He can probably get the job done at center if I need him to. I think I'm going to go with 2 more offensive linemen though if there's any good ones left. You know, just for the fun of it, let's go with Bryce Love. 75 overall, but he has star development. Pretty good running back here. 91 speed, 93 acceleration, 91 agility. If this left tackle is still available, I'll select him. Let's see if he is. He is not. Okay, so let's go with a random player here. Who looks like the best? Maybe go with a random defensive tackle. That's looking okay to me. Albert Huggins. 73 overall. Not a terrible 7th round selection. I think we drafted pretty well for the position we were in. We had a late pick in every single round. So we got some starters though. Greg Little, DeAndre Walker, N'Keal Harry could probably get some playing time. Hamp Cheevers maybe will get some playing time. So I'll take the draft for sure. But let's check out the NFL. Who went first overall? It was Nick Bosa, Quinnen Williams, Dewan Taylor, Ed Oliver, Devin White followed. Montez Sweat going number 6 overall. TJ Hawkinson to the Cowboys. Rashawn Gary there to the Falcons. Kyler Murray always goes to the Giants, I swear. Christian Wilkins, Jonah Williams. Josh Allen going 13th overall to the Bengals. That's a pretty nice selection there for them. I would definitely say the team got better after this offseason too. We were an 82 overall, 83 offense, 87 defense. I can't really expect the team to go 14-2 once again, but I do expect them to at least have a winning record. That's what I'm at least hoping for. Sam Darnold, 83 overall now. Hopefully he can have just as good of a season as he did last year. Le'Veon Bell, same goes for him. Jameson Crowder went off. Might have been the best wide receiver in the NFL. If he was, hopefully he can, run that up again this season. Robbie Anderson was solid last year. I'm going to have N'Keal Harry play the number 3, but Jameson Crowder is playing the slot. But I'm going to have N'Keal Harry kind of play where Quincy Enunwa was playing last season. Maybe he can do pretty well. Quincy Enunwa had like 800 yards, so maybe N'Keal Harry can do the same thing. On the offensive line, Greg Little starting at left tackle. I forgot your first name. Mitch Hyatt was a left tackle, moved him over to center. I'm going to decide to keep Brandon Shell at right tackle because I think he only let up about 8 sacks last year, which isn't too bad, so I'm not that opposed to starting him again. Christopher Herndon was okay last year. And then defensively, I moved Darren Lee back inside. He is a higher overall at right outside linebacker than DeAndre Walker is, but Walker is definitely more of a pass rusher. He's a 77 overall speed rusher, and I think Darren Lee was a 76 overall speed rusher, but he was like a 79 in some other aspect or some other archetype. DeAndre Walker looks like he should be a lot better. Much better block shed, much better finesse moves. If Darren Lee can almost put up 10 sacks, hopefully DeAndre Walker can put up over 10. Marcus May, Jamal Adams still the safeties. Tremaine Johnson, Darrell Roberts, Brian Poole the corners. I don't want to start Cheevers just yet because the other guys are still a bit better. The defensive line is still the same as well. So the team is better from last year for sure. And if last year's team went 14-2, I mean, you can only expect that this team can at least be okay this year. We are 3-5 now. Kind of what I thought the team would be last year. The Patriots are 1-6. The Bills are leading the division at 4-3, so we are definitely not out of it yet. Couple experience points for some players on offense. Not many, though. Defensively, same goes here. I've only seen one for, everybody who I can see at least one from. Leonard Williams is a free agent. Impending free agent. Need him back on the team. Darren Lee, I'm not going to bring back because he's not really needed. We have two very good middle linebackers above him. Lack Edwards, I will bring back. Jordan Jenkins, same goes for him. And then Brandon Shell, I'll probably bring back too. Brandon Shell, Jordan Jenkins, and Leonard Williams have accepted thus far. Lack Edwards actually declined. I'll try to get him back later in the season though. So after going 14-2, we did not make the playoffs here. We went 5-11. I didn't change anything with the schemes or with the playbooks. I think I just made the team better, and they played significantly worse. Let's check out the playoff schedule, though, or the team schedule, my bad. 1-3 in the preseason. Beat the Dolphins, lost to the Steelers, won 2 more, so started off pretty well. Huge slump here of a 4-game losing streak, only putting up 7 points in those 2 weeks. Beat the Patriots, lost, 5 straight, I think. Beat the Dolphins, lost to the Browns. So we had some games where we put up a lot of points, and then we also had some games where we got destroyed. Deshaun Watson wins MVP. Sam Darnold, much worse season than last year, even though he's a much better overall. I don't know, 3,700 yards, 23 touchdowns, 10 picks. Le'Veon Bell was still very good, though, 1,227 yards, 7 touchdowns. Christopher Herndon, 77 catches, 810 yards, only 1 touchdown, though. Jameson Crowder, over 1,000 yards, 11 touchdowns. He's playing really well, though. N'Keal Harry, 3 touchdowns, Robbie Anderson, 3. Le'Veon Bell only had 2 this year. Sack numbers very bad. Okay, that might be why the team didn't play well. Brandon Shell, he played really, really well last season, just decided not to this year. Greg Little didn't have a great rookie year. Not horrible. I've seen worse, but still not very good. Clicchio Semele, 10 sacks let up from a left guard position is not good at all. 123 tackles, though, from CJ Mosley. 110 from Jamal Adams. 104 for Avery Williamson. 14 tackles for loss for Leonard Williams. That's a good season. 11 for Henry Anderson. 10 from Nathan Shepard. We have 6.5 sacks from Leonard Williams. 6.5 from Jordan Jenkins. DeAndre Walker only got 4, but that's okay, I guess. 2 interceptions from CJ Mosley and Jamal Adams. We only had 4 picks on the season. Need to renovate this defense for sure. No defensive touchdowns. 1 blocked kick, and then I skipped over safeties here. We did not get any. We were 26th on offense after being first last year. 27th on defense. I don't remember the defensive rank from last year. I feel like it was like 13th or something like that. So we fell off in both categories, I think. The Browns went 14-2 this year. Nobody from the Jets. AFC Offensive Player of the Year, Deshaun Watson. Nobody from the Jets. Defensive Player of the Year, Myles Garrett. CJ Mosley at least makes it at number 10. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Josh Jacobs on the Raiders. That would be a pretty cool draft pick. N'Keal Harry at number 5. Bryce Love at number 9. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Amani Oruwariye. Nobody from the Jets. Not a very good season at all. Like I mentioned, I think I'm going to keep this in the video. I'm pretty sure I said it at some point. That after that first season, after going 14-2, when I started to make some real moves, the team was going to play like crap. 2 experience points for Sam Darnold. At least he's progressing still. Jameson Crowder got 3 more. The entirety of the offensive line is not confident. And then defensively, Jamal Adams has 3, but that's pretty much it. No one else has much at all. The Rams were going for back-to-back Super Bowl wins, but they lost to the Browns this time, 42-32. Interesting looking Super Bowl there. That probably was pretty fun to watch. So Lack Edwards, I can, try to bring back again. I think I just have to up the salary a little bit. Boom. He's coming back to the team. That's fine. Even if he didn't, it would have been that big of a deal because he's just a punter, and punters don't matter too much in Madden. In real life, of course, punters are people too, but not as much in Madden. $38 million to spend. Kareem Hunt, the top player. I don't need him. Derrick Henry. Austin Hooper. Austin Hooper could actually really help. He's a much higher overall than Christopher Herndon. I like Herndon. Like, he's pretty good in real life, and he played all right so far, but I think I'll give a contract to Austin Hooper here. Or Eric Ebron, one of the two. I'll give a contract to. Who else could we go after? Shaq Thompson. Can you pass rush? No. Pretty good block shed, but that's about it. I don't really need any wide receivers. I'm okay in that department. I could use a cornerback, though. Are there any good corners? I see Anthony Brown. I'll probably try to give a contract to. I might go after a couple corners here. I don't know if I'll be in a position to draft one. So I might just try to replenish my cornerback core here. Let's see who we ended up getting. We got Austin Hooper, we got Anthony Brown, and we got Tavon Young. Okay, so Austin Hooper, much better tight end in the game, at least, than Christopher Herndon. And then on the defense now, 2 new cornerbacks join the squad. I am picking number 4 overall. And I don't know who to go with, right? I really want to go with Raekwon Davis and move him to defensive tackle. He is going to be a beast. I know he's going to be super, super good. But the reason why I might not go with him is because I really badly need some offensive lineman help after that past year. I think I'm going to go with an offensive lineman, at least one of them right now. I'm not sure which one yet. Andrew Thomas is looking like the move because I really want a good left tackle, and he looks pretty good. I'm also fairly certain Walker Little is really good in this draft class, but I go with him. I think I've went with him before, so I kind of want to change it up a little bit. I think I've also drafted Trey Smith before, but I know he's also very good. Or I could go with Mekhi Becton. Supposed to go late first round. There's a shot I can take him in the second. I very much doubt it. But just because of that, I'm going to go with Andrew Thomas right now. I'm sorry, I do want Raekwon Davis. This is going to be a tough pick because I know Davis would be a beast, but Andrew Thomas I think is a smarter selection. 79 overall star development. He can definitely start at left tackle, and then probably Greg Little can slide to right tackle. I still might need a guard at some point in this draft because Kalichi Osemele definitely disappointed me last year. Let's see, anybody supposed to go in the second round? Matt Womack is available. And Matt Womack might have to be the pick. He looks really, really strong. I think I'm going to go with him. 75 overall, so not the best overall, but he does have star development. I don't know what I want to do with him then. I thought he'd be stronger than 87 strength, but that's okay. I don't know if I want to move him to guard or what, but not a terrible pick. I'm okay with it. Jake Fromm just went to the Lions. Man, in the third round. Justin Herbert, still here. Look at that. Shea Patterson, also still here. So with this pick, maybe, I don't even know who to go with anymore. I don't have that many people scouted. I really just wanted offensive linemen. That's really like all I wanted this draft to be. I could go with a defensive tackle here. Why not? Niles Pinckney. Looks pretty decent. Or I can go with Johanna Gaifan, who actually looks like a beast. Let's go with him. 76 overall with normal development, but geez, he looks pretty good. 89 strength. 80 power moves, 77 acceleration, 72 speed too. He can move. After I drafted Gaifan, I just simmed to the end of the draft, so let's see who the computer selected for me after him. I made 3 selections. We also got Tyrese Lott, a 75 overall defensive tackle, Sam Ehlinger, a 73 overall quarterback, and then no one really notable after that. So who went first overall? It was Tua Tagovailoa, of course, probably the best player in this class. At least as of now, it seems that way. Obviously, things can change over the course of a year. Jerry Jeudy, very good wide receiver. Grant Delpit going to the, almost said the Dolphins. That's not right. The Lions. The Lions had a great draft this year. Andrew Thomas, we selected him. Trey Smith may have been a bit smarter because he's an 80 overall. I could have shifted him to left tackle, but it's okay. We'll keep Andrew Thomas for now. Laviska Shenault going to the Raiders, 79 overall. Raekwon Davis is an 82. I wish I selected him, but it's okay. I think this team has a lot of potential to have a solid season this third year. Sam Darnold's up to an 85 overall. Le'Veon Bell, 95 overall. Jameson Crowder, 88. The entire team's an 83 with a pretty good offense, 87 overall here. So we should put up a lot of points. Hopefully we can revert back to the first season form. That's what I'm hoping for here. And then defensively, a couple guys are regressing. Henry Anderson, I think, went down 1 overall point, but we added Anthony Brown, Tavon Young, solid cornerbacks, better than anyone we have had so far. I might try to cut Tremaine Johnson because he's a 78 overall, and he's currently the 5th cornerback. He's really not needed right now. Maybe we can save some cap if we release him. We will not save any cap by releasing him. I'm going to add him to the trade block, though. Let's see what we can do. Maybe we can get some kind of offers. I doubt it. Cornerbacks are there's normally a pretty large influx of corners on the trade block here. Marcus May is up to an 83, playing pretty well. Jamal Adams, though, 97 overall. Captain of this defense for sure. The linebacking core looking a bit better. Everybody's going up in overall here. The team's looking good. I definitely have a lot of hope for this team to maybe make the playoffs, but at least have a pretty solid record. The team is 4-3 at the midseason mark. Okay, we have a decent shot at making the playoffs, considering the Patriots are 3-4. They're normally at the top of the division, so if they're not playing well, I assume the rest of the division isn't either. Let's see, though. The Dolphins are 5-2, so they're actually on the top of the division. They do have Tua now, so that's probably why. The Bills are 2-5. They also have Quinnen Williams. Their team is going to be very good in a couple years, in this franchise here. On the offense, 1 experience point for a couple players. We haven't had more than that, really, this entire time. Same goes on defense, 1 for a few players. Jamal Adams is the top free agent. I want him back on the team, very much so. CJ Mosley, same goes for him, and Avery Williamson. Jameson Crowder has superstar development. Alright, Robbie Anderson I want back. Brian Winters I'll bring back. Marcus May. Brian Poole, I probably don't need as much. Clicchio Assembly, don't really want him. Daryl Roberts, honestly, same goes for him. Chandler Catanzaro, honestly, same goes for him. So let me bring back the guys I want. Jamal Adams, CJ Mosley, Avery Williamson, Jameson Crowder, Robbie Anderson, and Brian Winters, and Marcus May, forgot about him. They all came back to the team. There's a lot of other free agents here who I could bring back, but I don't really think they're all necessary right now. Maybe I will reconsider them later, but as of now, the team is 4-3. Hopefully we can make it into the playoffs. The team went 9-7 and made the playoffs. We have to take on the 8-7-1 Texans. We actually won the division, barely beating the Dolphins. Maybe we beat them twice this year. I don't know. The Bills are 8-8. The Patriots are 5-11. They're struggling. The team schedule, though, 2-2 in the preseason. Lost the opening game. Beat the Raiders and the 49ers. Lost to the Patriots. Beat the Cardinals and the Steelers. Got destroyed by the Rams there. Only put up 3 points. We beat the Dolphins once. And we beat the Dolphins twice. Okay, so that makes sense as to why we are number 1 in the division and it's not them. Sam Darnold over 4,000 yards this year. Pretty good season. 25 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. A lot better from last year. Le'Veon Bell, very, very solid rebuild for me so far. He had 4 fumbles, which I feel like is quite a bit for him, but that's okay. 1,277 yards, 9 touchdowns. Bryce Love had 8 touchdowns. Jameson Crowder has been insane. 88 catches, 1,157 yards, 14 touchdowns. My God. Robbie Anderson, 796 yards, 3 touchdowns. Austin Hooper, 680 yards, 2 touchdowns. Quincy Enunwa, 3 touchdowns. I guess N'Keal Harry didn't play too much, but that is okay. Jameson Crowder has just stole the show at receiving so far. Blocking, still not great, but it's much better than it was. CJ Mosley, our perennial leading tackler, 117 tackles. 21 tackles for loss for Leonard Williams. Wow. 15 for Jordan Jenkins is still nice. 12 for DeAndre Walker, who had 10.5 sacks. There we go. Good production from him. 4 interceptions from Anthony Brown. 3 from Brian Poole and Tavon Young. 3 from Jamal Adams as well. 2 from Avery Williamson. 1 from Marcus May and Daryl Roberts. Okay, so we added Anthony Brown and Tavon Young in free agency, and they, contributed for 7 interceptions. I will take that. Let's look at safeties first, because why not? Okay, we didn't get any. We have 0 defensive touchdowns and no blocked kicks. Okay, so this year we were 13th on offense. The defense actually looked pretty good. 16th. Okay, so better than last year. Middle of the pack, though. Aaron Rodgers wins MVP. Nobody from the Jets. Dwight Haskins going to the Steelers, though. AFC Offensive Player of the Year, Baker Mayfield. Sam Darnold at number 8. Defensive Player of the Year, Bernardrick McKinney. CJ Mosley at number 10. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Tua, of course. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Patty Fisher wins that one. Nobody from the Jets, though. Best quarterback, Baker Mayfield, Sam Darnold at number 7. Best running back, Melvin Gordon, Le'Veon Bell at number 4. Best wide receiver goes to Jameson Crowder, probably for the 3rd straight year, if I'm being honest. Best offensive lineman, Joel Bitonio. Best defensive lineman, J.J. Watt. Leonard Williams should be in this, but he is not for some reason. Best linebacker, Darren Lee on the Raiders wins best linebacker. I think you guys can understand why I didn't start him from the beginning at middle linebacker, because they have CJ Mosley and Avery Williamson. I think they're actually trying to trade Darren Lee in real life. I could be wrong, but that's just funny that he went to the Raiders and won best linebacker. Avery Williamson at number 5, though. Best defensive back, Desmond King. He's a 94 overall. Anthony Brown at number 5. Tavon Young and Jamal Adams at 7 and 8, too. Best kicker, Harrison Butker wins that one. Chandler Catanzaro was nowhere to be seen. Let's check out these experience points. Sam Darnold has 2. Jameson Crowder has 3. Andrew Thomas also has 3. On the defensive side, 2 for Jamal Adams. He should go up to a 99 overall. Then Leonard Williams, Tavon Young, they both have 2. DeAndre Walker has 4. The team is an 87 overall, finally having the offense over a 90, with them being a 91 overall. The team is really nice. Jameson Crowder plays really well in simulation. He's a 93 with Superstar at this point. Not really sure how that happened, but it did. And then defensively, Jamal Adams up to a 99. Only has Star Dev. I feel like he started with Superstar. I could be wrong, but I feel like he should have Superstar at least by this point. DeAndre Walker also has been playing out of his mind. Not really. This past year he played really well, but he's been developing decently well. 83 overall Star Dev. The team is looking nice. Let's see if we can get a win over the Texans. We probably have a higher overall team. We do, only by 1 though. They're an 86. Let's advance the week. Can we remain perfect in the playoffs? Because we have won every playoff game aside from that Super Bowl. Let's see. Did we beat the Texans? We did. We have to take on the Chargers, who are good. Okay, so we're in 87. They're in 85. The Chargers, though, are a great team. Can we take them down? Let's go. Come on. I don't know if Phillip Rivers is still the quarterback, but let's see if we can win. We cannot win. 31-17, we lose. I also just realized I don't think I showed off the playoffs the first season, but I could promise you guys I didn't cheat. I don't have any reason to. I've never cheated before, so why would I start now? 38-34 against the Texans. We did pretty well in this one. Put up a lot of yards, 479. And then this one, 31-17, losing to the Chargers. They put up 503 yards. Phillip Rivers is still the quarterback, playing at such an elite level still. Easton Stick, look at that. Got a 13-yard completion. Alright, well that is going to conclude my New York Jets rebuild. The first season was definitely an anomaly. Didn't expect that to happen, but it did, and definitely helped, you know, with the development of a lot of these players. The second season, I feel like, was also kind of a fluke, because we played super badly that season, just kind of uncharacteristically bad compared to the first year. Then this third season was about in the middle, I'd say, in the middle of having an amazing season and having a terrible year. We went 9-7, so it wasn't too bad. I think we drafted pretty well in this one. It would have been awesome if we could have gotten Jadeveon Clowney from the get-go after that first season, but we could not. It's all good, though. Thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to leave a like. It definitely helps me out, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.